the few private message I need to receive it at this point?
You go to a hall of records for knowledge. One is the Elephant Collective, as they are an ancient race, but they do have a lot of secrets within their race of why certain worlds are created, such as this one, or why it's turned into what it is. They were a part of keeping the energies of the earth from getting out of control. That's why some animals are put here to just calm things down as humans were disconnecting from themselves. So you're part of like the galactic, a knowledge bank, you can say. More knowledge of histories, if you wish to connect with that, will slowly come to you as you wish you need it, and you'll share it as you need to. Just by you having it, you don't have to share it, but the collective feels it if you want to. It's up to you.
Okay. Could be interesting, yeah. Do I have more message I need to receive?
Yeah, so are connected to golden beings that could take the energy of the sun and bring it to worlds that create crystal energies. And those crystals are connected to this earth that you're pulling information from. So you're connected to many different galaxies, universes that are very strange to this one.
Mm-hmm.
As you're already picking up things like where a tree comes from, where a broom is originated from. It's not just invented, it's created in other universe that created the form here eventually. It might seem simple here, but it wasn't in its creation process. So the origin of many things are connected to you. Even the origins of water. It might seem simple here, but not in its creation process.
Okay. Okay. Do you have more?
Your job is not to worry about it. I don't believe you're worried anyway. Once it gets back, it won't be organized at all. Once it gets back together, it'd be all over the place, as you know. It would be a strange vibration, because just the world will feel different, because it is different, and it shows changes to come.
Probably not everyone has what will be synchronized in some way.
Yeah, you're more adaptable than most there, at least. Many don't like change.
Yeah.
So the more you open to change, the easier it is. So, and you actually welcome a great deal because you want to learn from it. Many get set in their ways, as you can see. So you will probably see some of your coworkers leave because of that.
Okay.
But not instantly. Won't happen instantly.
And probably the time work for my week will probably not be enough for them too. Something like that.
Partly, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's part of it. And just the changing of things, how it's done. So, yes.
Okay. Just a small question about. I know when my mom began to have this child, I know she have lost one. When she was pregnant, she lost one. I don't know when, if she was the first one or one of between other child. I don't know if you understand my question. Are you able to connect to him to know why he just chose to not come in, to not incarnate, or he just tips the toes in the pool and he changed his ID? Or
well, this is Arcturian energy. Now, was this one was born before all the children?
I think this one never come to full cycle before. He never really born. I think she just lost him
in the
in the process of
middle of the months, yes. So yeah, there's an Arcturian energy, kind of, you can say, paving the way for future children, open up energies, like, just a new vibration was coming in. Sometimes you need that for other children to come through easier, to get the knowledge of it. So that's where a lot of that came from. It was like a seed. See that, yes, it was trauma for the mother, but she continued on, as you can see.
Okay. And how this trauma have evolving for her, if I can say. How this our situation have or change or have evolved through the time inside for her.
Well, it was a psychological connection for her too. Like you said, the energies were with her. It's kind of like laying a new foundation down of just like a new bed. It's like a new DNA was brought to her.
Okay.
So for the rest of the children as they're born to receive it, it's easier for the birthing process for the other children.
Okay. Does she's at this time now she just accept and more in peace with that?
Oh, well, yes and no. You're never really in peace, ever, no matter what. Energy is always going to be the possibility of what that child will be.
Okay.
So, not likely she's never going to let that go. That's normal. There will be future incarnations where that child would come through. Usually, star children don't normally born into a world like this. The high vibrational energy. That's right.
Okay. She will probably meet him when she will cross the.
Oh yes. Yeah. Well, she's already met him in astral, and yes, crossing over. There's already been connections with this being before. She already knew this is going to happen, of course, astrally. But when you're a human, it's still traumatic. And that was kind of the point, to kind of go through the lessons of what that had to. Life is precious.
Okay. Yeah.
So it had a lot of. She took life more seriously because of it.
Okay, yeah. It was one of his learning on his path. Okay.
It was just like life can be here and gone in no time. Yes.
Okay. I know in previous session, I learned that we have many layer of guide around us.
Many guides around you, yes.
Yeah, many different layer of guide group different. Yes. Does each layer have different role, or they're just?
Oh yes. Oh yes. You have right now you have 15 guides around you at this time.
Okay.
The layer that's the closest to you, the ones that are really like your main guide, really. It's not always the case with the main guide. The main guide can actually be quite distant, and you have other guides that are closer to you.
Yeah.
So I would say your main guide is more closer. That's why your intuition is sharper than you might. It's sharper than you might think. I think you already have an idea of that. So you like two heads are kind of connected to it together, kind of like that. You're like mentally bonded.
Mm-hmm.
And you have other guides, a female guide, male guide, assisting you with, because you need the yin and yang energies close to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to the next level. You can call it whatever name you wish. We don't really, but you have an earth guide, you can say. Then you go to more of a spiritual guide, where it's more connected to the higher dimensions.
Okay.
To give energy to the other guides, because sometimes even the guides can get kind of confused around you. Those are the ones that get attacked the easiest, because they're very connected to you, because you have to hear them. A lot of them do step back if they're connected to too much of your energy. Like if you, well, not with you, but if those get really angry, the guides do step back, so they don't have to feel that, but they still feel it, but not as much. I mean, they still feel it, actually. So, and you have guides at the higher dimensions that are always assisting. They look at the world like you might seem as a boring day, but your mind is always wandering, thinking, doing this and that, and they can see those vibrations and like a crystal ball, you can say.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there's like 5 layers. I'll go into full details.
Oh,
Unless you need it.
interesting. Okay.
But there's a layer of sports. There's a layer of cognitive thinking, like intellectual thinking.
Mm.
If they need earth knowledge, they'll grab it because not all guides have all the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So they connect to the collective to they all mentally connect to each other. So that's why the telepathic energy is so important
Okay.
and most used.
Okay.
That's what makes your world so interesting. It's so disconnected. It's kind of the fun of it, but not always fun, as you know. But you're wandering around blindfolded. It's kind of like that, isn't it? You don't really know, and what you see isn't what you're really seeing either, as you know. So yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What is does the main does I'm still have the same main guy since 1, 2, 3 years, or
Yes.
I switch? Yeah. Okay.
There are many more guides that are around you at this time because of the situation of the health crisis, as we call it.
Okay. They are all different.
Some guides.
Source, if I can say, different.
Yes. Oh well. Yes. Well, some are Syrian, some are Pleiadian, some are Arcturian. But they're all in spirit at this time.
Okay.
You have other planets connected to you also. Like you have the planet Neptune connected to you at this time.
Okay.
To give you AI knowledge, idea of robotics, but not that. It's not just that, but there's a lot of it there. Where the humanoid robot was one of the places where it was invented.
Okay. Can you give me just a little bit information about the fire frog being? General information.
Well, Dave, what is it called?
Fire frog being.
Oh, the higher frog being. It's a magic being.
Magic
It's
being.
connected to your higher consciousness to assess you with magic that you're trying to receive, also knowledge of other universes.
Okay.
So there's a world of beings with 2 heads. Sometimes the heads are actually surgically connected, which is really hard. You have 2 faces on one head.
Mm-hmm.
Not an easy one. Not an easy one for your world to see. Yeah, you come from a world, many worlds of strangeness compared to what you're used to here. Just all different types of alien beings that are, you know, what you would truly call alien.
Okay.
Blue, green people, orange,
Emmanuel.
looks of life. Yes.
The Emmanuel.
Yes.
Okay. Does the what is their specific development branch, if I can say, or specialists? Are they specialists on some about something, or
Of the frog being?
yeah?
Well, it's to give you an indication that your Earth's going to go into a massive awakening of where more of the alien energies are going to come through artistic abilities first.
Mm-hmm.
And then people are starting to turn into that artistic ability. They'll become, I wouldn't call it disformed, but they become more alien. They kind of already have it, but they're kind of kept away. So 3 to 5 years for that to occur. They call it disformities, but it's actually alien energies are coming through.
Mm-hmm.
So the infrastructure of your society is being broken down. Can't go into full details of it. It'll never be the same again. So it's kind of like layers. It's like you have a building.
Yeah.
So you have one floor come down,
Yeah.
and another. That's what's happening here. It's all stages, as you can see.
Okay.
So that's slow, but it has to be because people will freak out for happening fast.
Okay.
and your world is capable of flying cars. It's just not feasible right now. Now you're going to change your car to more electric, but eventually it will go into a flying state. In your lifetime, it's hard to say if it's
Okay.
necessary. Not necessarily always necessary.
Okay. Always change. Oh yeah. I think it's 2 weeks ago. It was I think it was a Wednesday. I was in afternoon. I just take a nap, and I was in not in full, or I would say half dream state, or half awake state, and I saw I will show the picture. I will come to this person after anyway. And in the next, okay, where I need to show the picture now. Okay, I will post the picture in the side chat, I think. Okay. Okay, you saw the picture? I just
Yes.
post the eyes. Okay, what I felt is I saw like her in probably in different, maybe different timeline, or she was more young. The hair was black and curly, and in the dream or half dream, is like she was sit to a desktop, and we have between her and me, we have a door, and the door was slightly open. I don't know if you still follow me in that.
Yes.
And I saw her the other side of the door, which are a little bit open, and I hear her call me, but I try to ask her if, because I was not sure if she talked to me, but I begin to awake after that. The question is, what is the message? If you're able to connect to that, but probably you're myself, you can touch
Well,
that.
you're going into another reality that you're pulling in. It's a lot more simpler than this one, where she is, her energy, the way she looks, is connected so she can connect higher knowledge. So the way she looks is so she can download what she needs to download. She's like a protector for you on another reality. It's kind of like a relationship energy. So that gave me full details. But she's assisting you. That's like your real life there. This is a test, a board game, a mental game, as you can see. This world isn't really real. It is, but not really. It's more of like a matrix world, as you know.
Okay, we can consider it's not a real world because we don't have full capacity of.
Yeah, it's kind of like chess, but on crack, or something like that. It is like a video game that's pushing everything into it. There are worlds where you have more control of. Notice, yeah, you have really no free will here. You kind of do. Usually, when it's a no free world, it says it's free will, but not really.
Mhm.
That means it's not really it's a world, but it's not really a world. It's more of like a test world. You have
Okay,
slave world, test world.
what is the meaning
It's
to,
a self-improvement planet,
and
basically.
what is the goal to make this connection of this message through this form?
Because it's the world that you are seeing in that dream is more of a relaxed world where you have more control. You know what's going on. You see things clearly.
Okay.
Nothing's perfect. It's more of a higher fourth, fifth dimensional world. But this world, we're giving you knowledge from that world's point of view.
Okay.
Let's put it that way. That world's point of view. This is like a challenge. It's like you're in a maze for a certain amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
See what you get, see what you learn, and you show them what you're. Because there's worlds that are very like yours, like your polar opposite self. So you see what's happening here. That's what that dream is about. So
Okay.
your other self's fully aware of what's happening here.
Okay, I just project my point of view, my situation to her in other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
do that mean I'm not already in relation, more clear relation with her,
Yes.
this other side?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
If this is someone you want to connect with, and the physical here is still a possibility if you desire it.
okay.
That's up to you.
That that means she's open to that, the both side of the.
Yes, she's, as you know, she's not really always aware of what she wants. So she's open to it, but she's afraid of herself.
Herself or
So
myself?
herself, not necessarily you. She doesn't
Afraid of.
always know what she wants. She kind of
She's
lost herself
she's
here.
afraid of herself, of how she will react to that, or
Well, she kind of lost her direction here, as you might have seen that. Did you see like scattered energies around her?
uh, when I look some picture, I feel my connection with her, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel his husband was fit with his energy.
Mm-hmm.
Is the what I feel is like they are two different.
Yeah,
Thing.
the energy
Yes.
you're connected to is yes from the other reality, but here in this reality, she's going through a lot of self healing. Let's put it this way: she was doing better, had her energy a lot better. You'd be connected to her right now. If it was, yeah, she's just going through a lot of self inner conflict. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Currently, that has nothing retaining to you, most of yourself. And her demons trying to heal, fulfill, figure herself out. But on that other reality, she she knows this is something she needs to do in
Okay.
this world. So the both of you on this other reality or world where you need worlds like this to grow,
Mm-hmm.
and you can even like in that world reality, you can wake up in the middle of the night feeling like a nightmare from this planet.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what did I just? Oh no, the pandemic is happening or
Yeah.
something.
I dream of you. You're old and
Exactly.
you
Well,
smell the
that
peppermint.
too. Old age, health issues. Yeah, you can wake up in another room. It's like, you know. So yeah,
A few your ass is still tight.
exactly. Exactly. In that reality, body shapes are pretty intact as they need to be.
Yeah.
But there are worlds where, yes, being fat is, some worlds is encouraged. Those are not easy worlds either. There's a world for everything.
Yeah.
The skinnier ones can get kind of out of hand, yes, because there's less eating, but at least you can move around easier. When you have too much weight around, it's not as much fun. But some of the sumo wrestlers find a way to make it work, as you can see. Yes, go ahead, please.
Does does uh, does his higher self wish to jump in?
Of her higher self?
If her higher self wish to jump in to
In
just to
this?
come to why to come in? Yeah.
Yes, we can bring. Yes.
Thanks.
All right, blessings. Greetings to you. I am
Thanks.
the higher self of their
Ma-
counterpart. Blessings.
yeah. Thanks to come in. Did you wish share me some message before I ask some question?
There is a. You're aware of the Tron Matrix, the movie, the Tron
Yeah.
world, it's like a Matrix world. You are connected to many of those. It's not the same as that, but it is somewhat similar,
Mm-hmm.
where they bring knowledge here. They have aspects of this Earth's understanding.
Mm-hmm.
You go there for your own. You go to many libraries in space,
Mm-hmm.
and that's one of the ones you go to where some like if it gets a new download, you go to that library, and that one seems to have many frequent downloads every once in a while from those I've incarnated on. See that like a Tron world can be connected to 1,000 different worlds.
Mm-hmm.
So you go to that Tron world or that realm, whatever you want to call it, and that's where you get all the knowledge from that. Instead of going to each world, you go. It's like a Akasha record type of place, but it's more of an alien dimension.
Okay.
So there's a place that you go to. Yes, you go for it. It's human, but it's AI energies that are there. But it's like a hidden place. It's not many really go there very often. But you can get quite a bit there.
Okay.
Let's put it that way.
Interesting.
It's kind of like your Pirate Bay in some ways, but it's not pirated stuff. But it's a place that it's not for everybody. Let's put it that way.
Okay. We already have few information about the possible reconnection between her and me.
Yes.
What could be the main reason that she will choose to jump in this direction?
Well, if you truly desire it, that will find that knowledge will come to her. If you truly pull on that energy,
Okay.
it will take some time to
She will feel
mentally connect.
this desire. Okay.
Yes. If you really wanted it. No relationship's ever broken. If you really want it, it will return.
Okay.
If it's necessary, of course, but this one can happen.
Okay.
It will take some time. You have to desire it truly, but you can gradually allow it to come back. It will take some time, that's all.
From her, okay, in some way it's from my side, this desire, but from her side, it's something which from his side is something that's already there, or she.
Yes. Well, it ignites that interest. It's like the flame is there, but as you call on it, it's up to her, of course, to make the decision. So it will take some time. But we'll see most likely she will, we'll call it give in. It's not really the best wording for it.
Mm-hmm.
But, if she desires it, yes. It'll come into her mind. You just think about it. You say, oh, I'm thinking about him quite often recently.
Okay.
And then it just gives it time to entertain, on and off, thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And, eventually just out of the blue, reach out. So if you're in no hurry, it will take some time, but you just put that energy out there.
Okay.
And just kind of feed it, you can say.
Now feed this reality, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. What is the learning she got from me within this distance connection?
Well, she's learning more about herself. She's knowing more of a creative side of herself. She's knowing more of a calmer side of herself. Part of her wants to get erratic and sometimes, think irrationally at times. You help heal that. So you help her just know more about herself in a positive way without her going into full darkness, and some need to.
Mm-hmm.
Some you dive deep into that, and she doesn't have to do that with your energy around.
Okay.
You are connected astrally, though. I think you already have an idea of that.
The possible reconnection was already planned?
Yes.
Before we incarnate, yeah.
It's
or maybe not in before incarnate, but when she choose to split, does she plan or she keep the door open to possible reconnection? Maybe it's a better question. Question.
She has thought about it, yes, in the past. She has not. Sometimes it's up to you to, start the fire again, or reach out. In the physical, that's up to you.
Yeah, it's from my point of view, I think I feel it's hard to doing because she chose to quit and I don't want broke his
It's
choice.
fun.
Is
That's
is is the hard point for me is to broke the choice and to maybe uh, at the same time risk to amplify the choice to keep distance.
mhm. Well, then do it psychically to connect if you feel that a physical connection is not healthy.
Yeah.
A psychic, and just give it time. When we say time, it'll be a lot of time. But it gives you time to grow too.
Yeah.
So when you two meet up again, it'll be the right timing for everything. Let us
Mhm.
snap in together just right. So she does her growth, you do yours, and the time would be right where you magnify back to each other
Yeah.
instantly when the time is right.
What is the possible consequence of this
None.
reconnection or
None. Just not always agreeing on everything. Not that you wouldn't. Uncomfortableness at the beginning.
uh,
It is just getting reacquainted. Takes some time to
yeah, restart
rail on.
the yeah. Okay. Does if if she make the choice to re to to reconnect, she will
Reach out.
choose to make split with his husband, or she is still. How you say that? If she make the choice to uh, reach me or reconnect in whatever the form is, it is because she's probably ready. Maybe she is already ready to quit his husband and changes her life.
Yes. Well, with the husband situation, yeah, that'll be an energy that she will disconnect from over time. But psychically, energy wise, she'll definitely be connected to you. So on a personal level.
Hmm.
So most likely she'll still be with her. Well, yeah, the future is not too clear on if she'll still be with her husband or not. It's not likely you have a connection with her. Not likely.
The form of their connection is more for security and
Hmm.
for child, and then
Somewhat on a physical level, but not that's burned out.
it's more from the mind than the heart.
Yes. Or I mean, it's almost like a brother and sister energy they're turning into. Meaning they both of them are already tired of each other.
Okay, yeah, brother sister, yes.
And that's usually where brother and sisters come from. You have that
Okay,
love relationship, it's like this is just not working. And
okay.
you can be married to that person for 20, 30 years. Some love stays very powerful,
Hmm.
very rarely. On this world, at least. Well, you're creating a new connection. So you're just creating a new experience from another reality. It's not nothing wrong with it.
Hmm.
So you invent new sides of yourselves. That's what you're here to do is reinvent yourself. There's no different levels of it. Some do it on
Okay,
a creative level, mental level. Some do it on a sexual level and they change their sexuality altogether. So
okay.
whatever this world does to them, nobody ever comes out of this world the same. As you can probably see that.
Is what is the probability of consequence if this correction happen? Does it will be permanent and stronger in this present life?
Yes, but we see her at a as an old age though, and you as an old age too.
Yeah,
It's gonna be some time,
that come fast now.
and then that will be. Sometimes people improve age-wise. They stop caring about all the human stuff and just let the heart open up more.
Yeah, it's
And that's
more
what
okay, more deep connection.
exactly. Most people are on the mental level, the various level. For It's a part of life. If everyone went through the heart, this world would not be the same as what it is right now.
That could be a good start seed for future life and so on.
Yes, there's multiple lives already prepared
Mm-hmm.
and going on right now.
Okay. What is the learning of the game in my own process, uh, and to connect and to have no other choice to let her go, and finally after many years to probably reconnect with her.
Well, your heart is always connected. Your mind might be disconnected from the idea of it,
Yeah.
but your heart is always there. So you don't have to think about it all the time. Just be yourself. Do your
No, I mean, is more what is the gain, or in my
for the
own
gain.
the learning process in for me to go through this connection lost and probable reconnection.
Knowledge between each other,
Okay.
a way of bettering each other's connection. Just healing old timelines too. There's a lot of karma there that has not been fully healed.
Okay. What happened in these past time?
Not always trusting each other.
Okay.
Living life in the wild side. She's usually the wild one. You're the one who just say, "Come on, chill out." And she's like, "Oh,"
Okay.
and she's the one that's once again the one that's stay tight to shave her head.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's just a wild child.
Yeah, I saw in one of her posts on Facebook, she looking for a much shorter haircut with natural color.
Mm-hmm.
What is I maybe she's ready for some kind of change on her life, maybe, or I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, it's a midlife crisis in some ways. Yeah. Change your looks because you're not really happy. Not always the case, but in her case, yes. So we don't see her shaving her head in this world, but she certainly has done in other worlds.
Okay.
Freedom fighter. So she is the type to do protests, be more engaged with society. This not just focusing more on her than the rest of the world.
Okay.
Like those are protesting. The world is their problems. They don't really focus on themselves. They're trying to feel the world, and there's nothing wrong with that. But eventually, they have to slow down and figure out who they are.
Yeah, she
So,
care more of herself.
yes, so that's the. Yes.
Okay, another one is what is the main reason I choose or she choose to doing this setup with her? With okay, this setup with with okay, well, okay, we'll restart the question. What is the main reason I choose or she choose to doing this setup and to do this path with me?
Well, yeah, for her to mature her energies for the relationship that she's in now, she's maturing herself. With you, she was, but she has to do a different energy. So it's like with your energy, she can be more free, but she wasn't really getting in touch with herself.
Mm-hmm.
So with this, she's also learning the earth energies through her spouse. The spouse is very normal, pulling in earth energies, so she's learning it. So they kind of combine vibrations. So they kind of become each other in some ways.
Okay.
They merge. It's very normal in relationships.
Okay. Maybe you can look if in some way she have inside her something. She probably need to let me know something. Maybe if you look inside her.
What, you know something?
if
Well, yeah, she'll be back.
if you look inside her,
Hmm.
if she has something she wished to let me know, or
But she had a lot of secrets she did not want to reveal to you that she wants to talk about eventually. So it has to do with just her. She's not exactly the happiest person right now. You might see that. We see it. So confession time will come through her eventually. You are star seeds together. You've been on ships. You've been commanders on many voyages.
mm,
You trusted each other, and you still do. A trust will never break out, never. You gotta trust the separation, but astrally you connect more to her. It's like
mm,
you deep, deep inside that this is the way it needs to be.
mm,
Even if you're not a fan of it, that shows you that that's the timeline that was built for that.
okay,
It does make it easier. Not great. Uh, but yes.
okay,
Let's put it this way: in the timeline, you'll like it was right now it's like a red light for you to disconnect. Eventually, it'll turn green.
okay. If if were we if the both I self and her I self can look some way to make this connection more clear for her to take jump in the direction she really wish if about me. I don't know if I can. It's clear. Just maybe just find a way to maybe through his guide or whatever that could happen is in around her to understand she she can step in if she wish. I will find a way to help her in this path.
Yes. Mm. We are astrally assisting.
Thank you.
That's what matters most at this
Okay. Thanks for this.
time. Yes.
I will come back to maybe some guy wish to jump in to deliver some information.
Is there a name of a guide you'd like to hear from?
Any main guy that need to talk to me at this moment.
Yes. All right. Blessings to you. Greetings to you. I am Horatio. Horatio. Horatio.
Rachel. Okay.
Horatio. Not Rachel.
R-I?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, Rachel.
They don't have a spelling in my realm at this moment.
Yeah, sometimes not.
I am a higher dimensional horse
Oh.
energy.
Okay.
We are readers. We are sent from the universe to assist worlds like yours. We do come from different places, well, as unknown regions. We are placed here to observe, report back in to other planets, star planets, Orion planets.
Mm-hmm.
We do go to a central source. We'll say it's in Orion, but technically it's not, but it does go to. So you give them your point of view of the Earth status
Mm-hmm.
of basically you've assisted many reptilians not to be executed, you can say, but more learn from, let them go, and just learn from them. A lot of beings have been mistreated here. Some are reptilian because they're with the wrong crowd, maybe they're not exactly making the best decisions. Some of the positive aliens have punished them harshly. Maybe too harshly. Okay, yes, too harshly. So it's not always the villain beings that are causing difficulty, as it is in your world. Like a cop can get to overstate their power. Same thing. Aliens do it all the time. So here to when the aliens are assisting are being troubled also. It's all troubled everywhere. There are some that don't have those energies, but many do. So some feel like brute force is the best way to go. So your energy is to assist with that. So some of the aliens have kept this world in third dimensional state. It's not just the lower vibrations. A lot of the aliens have their own agendas, as you've heard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not always some of our Nordic beings. It's a lot of it has to do with the alien beings. They're just not friendly here. Now they say they're friendly, but you get a different energy from them. But they're still at a high council. It's kind of like a chief of police started selling out, kind of like that. Many aliens have done that. So, yeah, it's been kind of an unfair fight for humanity. So your energy is here to unlock a lot of that, release it, to kind of slowly do it like a detective, slowly go unseen, and then kind of have them reported, you can say, or found out. So that's what you're doing. Actually, that's part of what you're doing.
It's a big job.
That's why you are in the state of mind you're at right now. Take it easy.
I feel this week a little bit another step of energy change.
Yes.
What is the main?
New agenda came in.
Okay.
It's all phases. So those that are going through a lot of unemployment, some of them are going to disconnect from the earth eventually. They're not ready to.
Mm-hmm.
You just have their reasons of chaotic vibrations. They don't go into full details of what that's about, at least for here, but it's more clear in the higher realms, of course. But many of them don't know themselves, as you can probably feel that.
Yeah.
So they're being disconnected from their matrix job to look at the world a little bit differently. And it's painful for many, of course. There's the uncertainty.
I think it's less painful for the cat around you.
Yes, exactly. The winds, there's changes coming in.
Yeah.
And they're forceful. You can see it here.
Yeah, I feel that the change inside me too.
Mm-hmm.
Does any activation of, I guess, are happening?
More awareness.
Yeah.
More awareness of the councils that are assisting this earth. Of course, they won't see them show themselves, not at all. But they are bringing a new regime to, take human energies and move everything around, as you can see right now.
Okay.
Government's next. Notice businesses are in disarray. A lot of places are in disarray. Government is in disarray. It's kind of breaking itself on purpose. So,
does some people will be vaccinated?
Vaccinated? Yes.
They will try to vaccinate some people before they will be probably stopped about that.
It's more of those that wish for it.
Okay, they will give option for.
Yeah, they're not going to force it on anybody. They're going to do like any other vaccine and make it look good.
Probably less dangerous for them to doing like that.
Exactly. They're just going to make it look pretty. That's all.
Okay.
They don't have the resources to get everybody.
Yeah.
So, and those that, yeah, just.
Yeah, they cut their resource everywhere. They will missing.
They don't really want everybody to have it either. It just doesn't, just because you reject it and it's kind of a waste of time.
Okay.
If you didn't have, because you can dilute it and release it from your body. It's not easy, but it's not worth it. Just keep it out of your energy field altogether. You can survive without it, as you're doing.
Yeah.
Some need it. Some need it like they need a mask. They feel like they're obligated to have it.
It's more psychological help or.
For them, it's easier. It's easy ticket. That's
Okay.
what it is. It's all lessons.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's hard for the soul, but
Any what probably in the few before the this year ending.
Mm-hmm.
Any other new energy change or step for me?
Massive
or?
ones. For you,
Yeah.
you'll have a calmer energy and a more understanding of where the world's going. And that's when your alien energies are definitely going to get stronger.
Okay. What kind of thing that will activate at the same time?
The stress of the earth is leaning out. It's like rocking towards a different vibration. It's releasing their dimension. Those that used to have a job, the matrix isn't as strong with them anymore because you have a timeline to your job. So your job is now gone. So now there's more freedom everywhere.
Okay.
So
and what kind of activation for me that will bring to me?
Third eye activation, seeing who's here gradually if you wish to see it.
More clear or more capacity to feel how do you say that? More easy for me to activate by myself?
Yeah, in your mind it'll have flashes. You'll just see images.
Okay.
Of course, you have to be in the state you're in right now. You see it. Sometimes you can be at work, but a lot of it will be where you're at right now. Okay. Just minding your own business, and you just see something in your mind, it's like, well, where'd that come from?
That will help for other things too.
Yeah.
Okay. Does you have more message you need to share? Or?
Well, the Arcturian Council, you're assisting much of them in their formality of creating councils to assist worlds like this one. But the more challenging the world, the more assistance it needs. So you put together your own organizations, assist with technologies to be more productive. A lot of good came out of this world, even if you always see it here. A lot of those are part of those councils incarnate here to just understand what not, because you incarnate here and you go back into an Arcturian reality, for example, and you just have knowledge that others are like, where'd you get that from? Oh, I had an incarnation on Earth. So then they reevaluate this place. Like maybe an incarnation isn't all that bad. You have to incarnate in a certain way and do certain things to get certain knowledge that they're looking for. So, and it's just their civilization advances them 100, 200 years, maybe more than that. They were without an incarnation here. Kind of doubles your power. The more stress you have, the more strength you get.
Okay.
So it's hard, but it's worth it in the long run.
Does any of my guy need to how can I say that? The wish or maybe need one of them need I be more conscious or more maybe I spend more time to connect to them or to try to feel them for my day-to-day life or
your passions, continue with that. And then you can connect to your guides during that process to bring in knowledge for you for that project or yourself. You kind of have to get used to, yes, you have to want to wish to reach out. You don't always have to. You feel like now's a good time. Sometimes in panic, it's good after you need to go through that. For example, those that are about to drown, it's like all of a sudden I have superpowers and I can get out of this somehow. But that doesn't mean you have to put yourself in that situation.
Yeah.
It's just to connect with them when you feel you need, if it's place necessary. You're already connected to them now, but to reach out with them, it just is a telepathic connection.
Yeah.
If you feel, if your heart desires for it, some people don't have a heart desire for it. That's okay.
Okay. Okay. Does any other guide wish to jump in?
Yes, of course. Yes. This is Theo from the horses.
Thanks.
Greetings to you. We are Arturians. I am Blair. I am connected to your energy. I am the guide of yours.
Blair?
I am more of a female vibration.
Okay.
So yes, we bring temples of light energy to you to help you. So you ask for higher knowledge of where the world is going. So you kind of added yourself to the main timeline to at least to view it,
Okay.
to see where things are. Now it is cloudy most of the time, but you say I'm not doing anything to cause any trouble. Why not give me a glimpse? So it's been a long time in the process. Before you're too busy, but now you have time for yourself. So now more of that, and you're seeing it more clearly. And this has to do with bringing more of the earth, the correct energy to the earth,
Yeah.
instead of just more pandemics. There will be that here and there. But what matters is just that you're bringing us a positive vibration through all of this. As many are being tricked into pulling the lower dark, thinking the lower elite are involved, not to say they're not around, but some concentrate it and bring it into their timeline where you don't need to do that yourself. Connect to the positive timeline, you'll receive it. Others are not ready for that, as you can see.
Okay. Does you have more message you wish to share?
Feline energies that you assisted with. Some of them went against you. You've had basically did alien experiments in your past. So it was a feline, finding some feline energies weren't what they seemed to be. So they come here to heal a lot of that, remove a lot of the blockages.
Okay.
A lot of the felines are connected to the government system.
Okay.
And the elite energies, Illuminati is being slowly retired, actually. Not fully. A new regime is, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's dark.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Does at this point maybe some unknown being wish to be known at this point of timeline?
Has to be channeled here, or just an unknown?
If they just wish to let me know their name or their race,
Yes.
or their share message at this point.
The candle being, a candle being.
Okay.
A being that does set itself on fire, technically, is a being that brings in knowledge through fire, but not a fire, just like a candle energy, just a
Mm-hmm.
peaceful energy. So basically, light the fire of chakras, you can say. A fifth dimensional fire, a third dimensional world. Yes, aliens do have candles, but they're much different than they are here, of course.
Okay.
Fire is necessary for growth on all levels.
Okay. Those more unknown species need wish to send message.
Now there's a two-headed cat Syrian being
Mm-hmm.
that can change their form, can turn into one head if it really wants to bring another consciousness in.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like your wizard, your not wizard, Alice in Wonderland reality.
Yeah.
It's a reality of a dream reality. So the reason they walk around with two heads is to get somebody's attention,
Okay.
and then they morph into their normal self.
Okay.
So yeah, like the cashier cat, the cat that's.
Okay.
There's much of that reality you're very connected to, like Alice in Wonderland reality.
Okay. Do they have do they have a specialty in their own per development or species?
Sirius, very connected to Sirius. They're connected to many places, but Sirius is
No,
strong.
I mean, they're. Do they have a specialty, or do they have a
No,
something more specific? They as race they have take
they
path
are a race of all things,
okay.
like allegory, get your attention
Okay.
to make people feel uncomfortable, but there's a reason for it. It's not just to make you feel uncomfortable; it's to bring out no, like people fart out of their mouths, things like that, and they smoke out of it. So they smoke it. I mean, they don't call it a fart; they call it something else, and they use it for fire. And yes, it's kind of a strange reality.
Okay.
It's one you go to often. Yes.
Are you able to tell me if any form of transfusion could maybe help to
Arcturian, 4%. To see more clearly here.
for Arcturian?
Yes. Of course, there are reptilians when I say 10% reptilian, but we don't recommend that.
No, I feel I will scratch the floor a little bit.
Yes, they were genetically modified by yes, many bird beings, but other species too, to fit their needs as a slave race. And of course, a little bit bitter about it, but then again, they didn't do themselves any favors either.
The bird race?
As a carrion race. There's other races involved. Donald Trump is a carrion being.
Oh yeah.
Leader.
And this maybe I will just finish the sentence. The possible infusion that could help to maybe more clearly make the connection with the woman I talked before, or maybe she feel more the intention I could send.
Yes.
If you can say.
Recommend Yale for that.
Yeah. Which person? Which percentage could be useful?
For her, what Yale being?
Well, could help to make in some way the transmission more clear for her, and maybe probably more clear for me to understand or feel what's happened with her and when I could probably make some action or reaction.
Well, that's a lot with your guides, not just the Yale, but your guides too.
Yeah.
It has to do with passion. as I said before. You have to truly want it, but also to give it time for it to grow.
Okay. But about the yield, what is the percentage? Could be
4%.
4%. And about the Ethereum, more clear for is more clear to understand to see the thing around, or more specific thing, or
well, also helps you with timeline connections. We do recommend actually it's more 6% than 4% for our trends.
okay. What consequence to take for 4% of each?
Well, you might feel a little bit of a high with their Arcturians. They feel like you're a little bit disconnected from here, but it won't last for real.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably won't feel anything because they're very connected to you at this time.
Okay. Okay, just we'll start the boat, and we'll see after a few months if you need to adjust this thing.
Yes, once again, there's no rush, so it will take a while.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for this information.
Of course.
Before we close, I will let the prime creator jump in, maybe, if possible.
Yes.
Thanks.
All right. Blessings. Greetings to the prime creator. Blessings to you.
Thanks, Prime. Anything I need to know at this point?
You're holding a lot of low vibrations away from you.
Yeah.
Nothing new. You already know that.
Yeah.
A shield energies around you to attract what is needed. So this virus is bringing a lot of library of knowledge to you from other species of alienness unknown.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of shows you how some of it can get in here and sit and not do anything. People wonder why the mortality rate isn't that high. Some of the virus has a mind of its own, if you want to call it a virus at all. For your connections here, miss. Ignore the past of what's going on. I mean, you can look into it, of course. Focus on your direction, what matters most. Manifesting what you want. All of it's distraction, as you know. As long as you're putting yourself first, you can look at the world, of course, but you don't have to make it your problem. The virus is not your problem.
Yeah.
It's other people's problem. Well, they didn't look at themselves ever, and now they are. We told them this is going to happen. They won't listen to us.
Yeah.
This was never had to be a possibility. It could have been completely human energy, just that awakenness, as you can probably feel that. Just talking crazy.
Yeah.
Just allow it. But have fun with it. Don't call it crazy, of course. But aliens, whatever. It'd be more, I would say, interesting world.
Mm-hmm.
People like to dull it down. Take all the interesting parts of it and say that's boring. When in fact, they're just talking about themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, they're wearing everybody out. So people look at the aliens as exciting. Humans can be a lot more exciting than they are now, as you can probably see that. It's just they dial themselves down. It's like they make themselves vanilla when it can be chocolate. Not everybody does it. They do it a certain way. Team the sports and all that, but they're only dialing themselves in a certain category and not allowing just to unlock themselves. So that's why you're here to assist with that. You guys had fun being sheltered.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to remove that. No more sheltered. So you're bringing in new timelines. Those that are similar to you are bringing in new timelines in to shake things up. Not to cause harm. It's a person's choice for that to happen.
Does I I will probably meet more people that's in the same process than me.
Yeah, eventually. It's going to take a while for all us to bake in for a new age. We'll call it
Yeah.
the new age to come in. People are terrified of it. But once it starts unlocking, it gets interesting. People it's like, was I a horse in a past life? Was it a dog? Was I this? Was I that? Was I my own grandmother or whatever it
Yeah.
was? Or married to my grandmother, whatever.
Yeah.
It still makes it more interesting.
Does have a few one in my sector or where I live
Yeah,
or
there is some, but they're still scared. That's the thing about people that are woke, is they don't are afraid.
so
They're not ready to connect with anybody yet. Doesn't mean they won't, but everyone's kind of hidden right now.
I'm almost the more advanced in my sector.
Yes,
Okay.
open-minded. Yes, you just don't care.
Yeah, I feel I'm less touched by what happened around or what
Yes.
people will say.
Hmm.
It's, it's not I don't care, just it's not necessary to
Exactly.
worry about that so much.
Exactly. There's words for it, but it's yeah. You just yes, you care, of course, but it's you allowed that you're more of your higher self to come in.
Yeah. Does when like yesterday I answered to my new few and other guy about
Hmm.
what I post.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Do they feel that their answer was not so not touch don't necessarily I don't feel aggressed by that. Maybe it is not their intention to doing that in any way, or my answer was not aggressive too. Do they feel that have a form of impact
Well,
of
they
energy of the energy around my
mm,
answer?
well around that post, they didn't know what to think. You say they kind of got scared in some ways,
Yeah,
from what we're seeing, and so your answer just made it worse. They're already looking at it as like because you're taking them out of their comfort zone,
yeah.
and they're not ready for that. Well,
I was thinking that too as I just shake
mhm,
a little bit their
yes,
position.
they put a bunch of salt in their unsalted waters. Yes,
Yeah,
like it's something different, people. They just like pulled back, as you can see.
yeah, I understand. Yeah,
They have good intentions. I mean, this world made it. If you go by the rules of the world, it can be very positive. It's like, why let that go? And now it's being taken away from people.
yeah.
It's like they're wearing a towel all the time, and you pull the towel away, and now they're naked. So it's similar to that. It's like, what do we
Do
do now?
do you have any other message I will probably need to receive at this point?
Well, you're reaching out to the universe to, yes, even the galactic alien commanders, you're kind of telling them to chill out. Some of them get kind of worried about humanity. Some of the energies of this world connects to aliens, and they get kind of, what's going on with this? They get kind of worried.
Hmm.
Try to calm them down. Also, to keep a lot of those that are steering the ship, the motherships that are assisting the Earth, keep them on path.
Hmm.
Like they come to you for advice, and it does help them relax. Not to say they're all getting it,
Hmm.
but they don't always understand where this world's going. Not all of them understand this virus and where it came from. It matters where it came from,
Hmm.
but not all aliens are understanding of its purpose. So you can say you put out a galactic email to tell them, don't worry, not everyone can't answer all your questions,
Yeah.
but this is part of the plan. So they
Okay.
do have galactic email though.
Does the I don't know the word in English for that. Does before the next election begin, does Hillary Clinton and Obama will be show in public for what they do, or it will happen after?
No one see that. We see that Biden will continue on. He'll get recommendations from them, but somehow, some way, he's going to stay in the election. We don't see him dying out, as some might think.
Does that mean that Michelle Obama will not take the
No.
place of Biden?
Not likely, no.
No.
Now that can change as we talk, but no. At this time, no. It's just talk.
Okay.
Now, a female vice president is a high possibility. If Obama does go, if she does, there's a possibility of her. It'll be more of a clown show than ever was before.
Because he was in some way almost logic. She's bumped Biden of this place as he's show to the people is not his mental health was not really there.
It was never meant to win it anyway. It's
Okay.
like you might as well just keep it this ship with a bunch of holes in it and just let it tank. As right now, the election's still up in the air. It might not even happen this year.
Okay.
So probably will, but won't be the most exciting election. And your role is going to continue to take this beating for a long time. It'll retract, but still the effects of it is like it never went away. Then you have to deal with the economy.
Mm-hmm.
So the virus is not wanting people to focus on the economy just yet. Some are, of course.
Mm-hmm.
This is focusing on themselves right now. So even those that have lost their jobs, they have friends, more people are going to connect more to each other, and things are going to get smaller. Yes, it's necessary. But this is how you get to know each other. Now I know this person that connected to aliens. Like, if I didn't lose my job, I would never run into that.
Yeah, more time for that.
Exactly.
And the summer coming for my side, it will be more attractive to be outside.
Oh yes, you'll be follow your instincts on that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does finish your sentence.
Yes, it's not going to be the clearest direction for anybody, but yes, you are on the right track to connect to the timeline. So.
Okay. Does you have any few message for Ivan before we close?
Mm-hmm. For Ivan, yes, many beings are trying to slow him down, stop him, shut him down. Those have been removed. Not likely anyone else is going to pop in anytime soon. But yes, we're a trickster. It was, yes, for like the neutron energy was here to came here to get healed. Ego took over, decided not to be. It's more fun being God than being like everybody else. The ego did not allow him to be that way. So could have been healed, could have healed others, could have been just a soul transformation.
Okay.
Which does happen. That was the point of it. It's like he could have become helping others, and right now it's all about him, as you can probably see that.
It's an internal fight.
Yeah. So it's all about the ego. It's like I'm here and everyone's down there.
Okay. Yeah.
So the idea was to let the ego cool and just enjoy helping others, and that'll help bring healing to the soul. But he retracted.
Okay, he put himself in higher position. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So yes, so that's in the past.
Yeah.
So for Ivan, just continue. Yeah, there's going to be some that are going to try to trickle in here and there, but not.
I think about that. The quick one. We find another channeler, Luba.
Yes, she's wonderful.
Yeah. Do you have any? Any how could I say, maybe information or maybe any possible I don't know how could I say that possible information she will bring, or she's more maybe transformation she will go through, and we will probably see her more connect with other.
What she's going to do on her own right now, she's too insecure to bring anybody else into her life just yet.
Okay.
She's trying to figure out her own place. She's still very young. Eventually, yes, and she'll get more into herself. She's still learning. This is terrifying to her right now.
Okay. Are you able to tell me if she's read the message to offer make connection with other?
Yeah, she's read it, but she's not quite ready for it.
Okay.
She might do it. She might. Another female energy she'll most likely connect to. Maybe Ivan, maybe, but she needs a female energy.
Okay,
Just got to let it
maybe
float out.
she get another female to make
Mhm.
the step.
She's right now. She's taking a big step where she's done this sort of like this in the past.
To show his thing in public. Yeah,
There's an angel energy basically. She's kind of snarky too, but she's
yeah.
humorous to me.
Well, yeah. She looked funny.
Yeah,
This way.
she's just funny all around. Yes.
I think she will be happy to connect with her,
Mhm.
and maybe thus we will probably met or connect with more new channeler
In time,
in this year or maybe the next one.
probably next year. Everyone's figuring themselves out right now. Probably next year. This year, maybe. Most likely next year.
Okay, it would be interesting to have more people.
Well, yeah, people are terrified to put themselves out there, and it's fine.
Yeah, I understand that too. Okay.
So they're not sure they're going to get this right. They see all the backlash you can get from it.
Hmm.
Somewhat fame and fortune.
Yeah, that's always the same deal question.
Yeah, run into that. A message from you from Arcturians, positive archons, alien collective in general. You have the ability to heal ships,
To heal the ships.
heal technology,
Oh yeah.
to heal a ship. Like go to a ship and just use your energy to heal it.
Okay. What kind of hell the ship could get?
Well, you're helping them guide to connect to humans here.
Okay.
You help them, protect them as they connect with humans.
So that means so that means I could not hail old VHS
No, you can't heal yourself though.
VHS reader player.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So your assisting the contact is happening right now. The
No,
alien
because
just says stages.
I don't have ship around me. It's hard to try my ability.
You are a ship. You are. Yes, a lot of ships that scout ships you invented in previous lifetimes. A lot of designs.
Okay. Some way I can just transmit some knowledge or to make this connection or whatever. Okay.
If you need alien energy, you can connect. You're doing more of connecting out to space. You're connecting to beings that don't normally come here. So, yes, the beings that you're connected to, you're having a conversation with astral, then you remember it physically.
How many different kind of ship life I had probably?
Thousands.
Okay, all thousand of different kind of ships. Okay. Okay.
Healing, fixing them, building them, whatever it might be, white ships.
But when you say life ship, you mean I be a ship. I'm being.
No, yes, you have had that, but you've also built them and designed them too for others.
Okay. I be. Okay.
They've been all aspects of it.
Okay, I be the AI. I'm being the material. I'm being the builder and the owner. Okay.
Exactly. Navigation. You've been navigation of ships. Navigation computer. Where you're going, what this star is, and sometimes you just take them wherever you want them to go.
I'm being the voice, the sexy voice of the.
Something like. Well, usually, you don't always have a voice. You just sort of just do whatever the hell you want.
Okay, I'm not tell tone to right, tone to left.
Yes, you just exactly. Well, you guide them. It's like, why did they guide us to this moon? Oh, those reptilians are great.
Yeah.
So. Yes, you've been kind of computers that have a mind of their own, but that makes it more interesting.
Does the ship play the game seek and hide?
Something like it. Yeah, they do both, and both of them fail miserably.
Where is the ship? Behind the moon.
Yes, exactly.
I find it. Okay, it would be funny to see that.
Yes.
Okay, that's all with Ivan come back.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Blessings. Greetings.